Greetings, everybody. My name is Frank Parker. I'm one of the executive producers for Crossroads, Project Gemini. And what I'd like to do today is show you around a bit of the bridge and the sets that we've created so far in our little universe here, which is a Star Trek fan production set somewhere between the end of the TOS era and the beginning of the TMP. However, we do have some divergence and we do have some interesting episodes coming up in different areas of Star Trek universe. We are called the USS Harrison. It is a Gemini type ship. That's the class Gemini. And it is a 4 nacelle for those of you who have been following along. So this is the command bridge, and I'm just going to walk us around a little bit. First of all, I want to come out a little bit here and show a little bit wider shot here and shoot down a bit, and you can see the helm is in front of us and the command chair, and then we have 4 stations in the back, and we'll go over those as we continue with this little project. So I'm going to fan around here and you can see what we have so far. Of course, it's not a 360 bridge, and I'm shooting here, come back, across the way here, and you see the panels, and you'll see the doors, and you'll see the set that we have set up for the bridge. I built this all myself with the help of my wife and a few other people when they could manage it, but the entire bridge was pretty much a project and a labor of love that I created over approximately 4 months while I was on COVID leave. Let me just pan up just a little bit. And there you go here, and we'll get this here. I'm trying to do this slow so you can get an idea. We'll go up to the stations in a little bit. But there we go. So this is the bridge so far. I'm standing where the view screen will be. I'm going to bring this back to the center. And there we go. So let me pick up my camera here. And we're going to take a little bit of a walk as I get out of here. And this is the bridge. And then what I'm going to do first is, this is the second part of the set, which is my ready room. And this is set right off the bridge with doors. And I'm going to come in here a bit and I'm going to focus in. And that's my comm, and of course the table, porthole screen, a little bit of background here. And of course, just about here is where we finish setting up. But I'll here have some things. I'll be adding a little bit more to this set as we go. But I wanted to bring this into focus. This is the first actual role I ever played in a Star Trek fan film. And this is Admiral Sam Black, and it was with Lee Gartrell's Romulan Wars back around 2013, 2014. And that's what got me into fan films. And then of course I worked with a Farragut, and I was a set builder down in Georgia and St. Mary's, and also in Kingsland. before the sets were sold. And I started off the production Dreadnought Dominion and produced a couple of films there, and then I left fan film for a while. And when I came back about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I said, well, I can't really go back to Dominion, so I'm going to have to find a new thing to do. So I shot one episode with them called Passenger with Baggage to explain why I left. And then I created this new exciting fan film, Crossroads. Now this is definitely our, let me see, get a little bit of a shadow there. Our dedication plaque, the USS Harrison. It's a Gemini class. Jupiter Station Sol, and her numbers are NCC 1983. And silver, I'm going to be replacing the silver trim. I'm not too happy with it. Over here, of course, we've got a turbo lift that is still being finished a bit. Originally it was going to be a quarter, then I decided to go with a turbo lift. And the doors do actually work. And this right here, let me see if I can move out a little bit so you have a little bit more visibility. This is the science station. On here I have, in the middle is a digital photo frame, two small 14-inch TVs on both sides, and then I have a tablet for the moire, and I put a bunch of LEDs together. And if you look at these panels, I designed all these panels from existing Star Trek things, but I also took and added made them high resolution, and these are on backlit lights, and these are shadow boxes. This is the science station where Commander Michael Bedford will sit, who is my science officer and first officer. Over here is the communications area. And in communications, we have Lieutenant Dana Stewart, and she is the comm officer. And back here to engineering. And engineering is our Commander Holly Bedford. She is our engineer. And security, let me bring this up a little bit here, will be Lieutenant Commander Marcus Yeager. These doors are a hall. They'll be going to a corridor. And as I turn around, I have my bridge chair. And I have backlits for the controls. And this is looking forward to our green screen, and we will be setting up all of our forward view shots from this location. Let me go down here a little bit. Again, I had to do a lot of work on this particular setup. It's very, I believe I took a template very close to the Final Frontier panel, and what I did was I took a bunch of things and reworked them and just had to do a lot of typing in here, like where it says phaser charging. That's all me redoing the lettering, because when I first got all these pictures, they were so low in resolution, I had to throw it into Photoshop and redo this, and I had to render these very high to get this detail. And once again, this is a backlit. I changed the buttons on the controls. They were different. They were more TNG. The fire control, the deflector shields, and the torpedo loading and phaser charging are definitely pictures that were online. However, again, I had to do all the rendering and making sure the colors were correct. Being colorblind, that was fun. Filling those in so they did not go bad when they were blown up to this size, because this is an 8x2 control panel, so it's 8 foot wide. Down here we have the control panels. I usually had those running with nav controls, but we had a power outage and I had to reset all the computers in here on the internet, because those happen to be Kindles, very first generation Kindles for cost, and they only work correctly if they're connected for some reason to the internet. My command chair, I have two tablets there. I took a gaming chair, created the arms out of a template that I designed. All this here that I put together was one piece at a time, and I designed this as I went. It's modular, and my original design, as close as I wanted to come to make it look like a Star Trek era ship. Somebody said on one of the other ones I went a little bit too fast, so let me do a screen grab of this. So we have 3 episodes out now. And we have the pilot, A Question of Balance, and then we have You Are Recalled, and we'll be working on more as time goes on. So anyways, this is the USS Harrison. This is Crossroads. Executive producer Frank Parker Jr., executive producer Vance Major, producer Michael Day, and we've got some associate producers coming up, and I'll announce those later. And we are continuing our travel of the universe. Thank you very much, and I want to thank those people that have embraced in the fan film community. I want to thank Valiant, Michael King, Avalon Universe with Josh Irwin, of course Constar with one of my things came up with an old video. Vance Major and Constar Universe, George Cayenne with Antilles, Jose Cepeda with Nature's Hunger, Dave Chang with Star Trek Fan Productions International, of course my old production Dreadnought Dominion with Gary Davis and Randy Wren. If I miss Kenneth Thompson and the Saladin, trying to think, I'm going to miss out. Of course, Lee Gartrell with Romulan Wars, Michael Studelberg with Star Trek Eagle. It's just one big, wonderful group that we have out there. The original Farragut with Michael Bednar and John Broughton. Those are fan films, not the productions of the larger group. These are the fan films that are out there now. We have Nick Cook, and we have Robin Hurt, Intrepid, and Robert Hurt's production out in in the Netherlands. It's a great, and Sam Cook doing all his stuff and his graphics. So it's a wonderful group of people that are out there making these fan films for you people. And I hope that you come to us and kind of watch them. I mean, all of us have YouTubes. Most of our stuff is on No Budget Productions, FilkFerret Productions on YouTube. Have yourselves a great day, and thank you very much.